Ladies and gentlemen, here we have it. The all-new 2021 Rolls-Royce Ghost. The spirit of ecstasy rising out from the hood never gets old or less exciting. So first, let us start by answering the question, what is a Rolls-Royce Ghost? A Rolls-Royce Ghost is the entry-level model of Rolls-Royce. It was introduced in 2010 alongside the Rolls-Royce Phantom. And this car was less pricier than the Phantom because of its shared components with the BMW 7 Series. And guess what? It was a great success for Rolls-Royce, and they've been selling a few thousand of these every single year. And this is the fully redesigned, all new, from the ground up 2021 Rolls-Royce Ghost. And I mentioned this is the entry-level sedan of Rolls-Royce. That's in Rolls-Royce standards. This car, as it is in this spec, costs 2.3 million riyals. Definitely not an entry-level car. So let's start talking about the Rolls-Royce Ghost with the exterior styling. When Rolls-Royce redesigned their cars, they don't completely change the look of the car like the Mercedes S-Class. They make subtle changes to the car and make it a bit more aggressive, a bit more sportier, a bit more sharper. That's exactly what they have done here with the 2021 Ghost. In this model year, inside the grills, you have tiny LED lights which illuminate the grill, adding a really subtle but interesting change to the Rolls-Royce. And you have the marvelous spirit of ecstasy now embedded on the hood panel instead of a panel extending from the grille. And that adds a funny effect to the spirit of ecstasy. I'll show it to you. As you can see, when I popped the hood of this car, the spirit of ecstasy retracted inside to give you more space to work over here. Really cool. Now, under the hood of the Rolls-Royce Ghost, there is no downsizing here. It still has a 6.75 liter V12 engine from Rolls-Royce, which has 563 horsepower and 820 Newton meters of torque, enough to haul this thing from 0 to 100 in 4.6 seconds, which is impressive considering this thing weighs 2.5 tons. Let's shut it down now. These are the new headlights in the Rolls-Royce Ghost, and they have the latest laser light technology from BMW, which can shoot light beams up to 600 meters forward. Pretty impressive. You see those cameras over there? Those are the cameras that detect the road ahead and make changes to the air suspension in 1/10 of a second so that regardless of the road condition, the passengers inside are in utmost comfort. Impressive technology from Rolls-Royce. Rolls-Royce likes to keep their traditional elements when they make the refresh to their car. So, when you open the door, you still get to see the umbrellas, a really unique trait of the Rolls-Royce. Let me put it back. And we just can't deny how premium and luxurious the Rolls-Royce Ghost key is. Absolutely stunning. Now let me get inside the Rolls-Royce Ghost and have a feel of what it's like to be a wealthy individual. Why don't you come along? Now I'm sitting inside the all-new Rolls-Royce Ghost. And if you feel like the door is a bit too far, or you're a bit too wealthy to do this mediocre task yourself, you can pull this switch and the door closes itself. Once you shut the door of the Rolls-Royce Ghost, you hear absolutely nothing from the outside. You're in your own cocoon of luxury. You don't care about the construction that's going outside. You don't care about the people that are talking outside. I mean, that's the level of wealth that you have reached once you own a Rolls-Royce Ghost.
you have done enough in your life. You don't have to listen to others. An extremely fancy feature that is only unique to the Rolls-Royce is the Starlight headliner up top. If anyone talks about a Rolls-Royce, this is one of the best features that they love in a Rolls-Royce. Without further ado, let us start up this rolling statement of success, the Rolls-Royce Ghost. Magnificent. Once you start up the Rolls-Royce Ghost, the displays come into life and the center infotainment screen has the latest version of the BMW iDrive system, which is a really great thing because it is well optimized for the Rolls-Royce Ghost. You can control it using the dial in the center over here. You can turn it around and you can see you have all your options right here. A really cool thing that I found here is that you can go into My Vehicle, go to Spirit of Ecstasy, and you can raise or lower the Spirit of Ecstasy depending on your mood. Now that's cool. And this system also has Apple CarPlay. Let us have a look at the gauge cluster of the Rolls-Royce Ghost. It is a digital display, but Rolls-Royce likes to keep it classy and clean. It looks timeless. In the center, you have your speed. Over to the right, you have your fuel and the engine temperature. And over to the left-hand side is something that is unique to the Rolls-Royce. It is a power reserve meter. Usually cars have an RPM meter which goes clockwise. This is a power reserve meter that goes anti-clockwise and shows you how much power you're using or how much power you have left. When you're flooring this car down the highway, the power reserve meter goes to 0. But while sitting idle, the power reserve meter is at 100. Super unique. Every material used in the Rolls-Royce Ghost is top-notch. It is impeccable. Every material that you see over here, which looks like metal, is real metal. It feels solid, it feels hard, it feels luxurious. This is the volume dial and it has a leather wrap around it, which is really unnecessary, but that is the level of attention to detail in a Rolls-Royce. You have your FM presets over here. You have your hazard slide over here, and this is the button to lock the Rolls-Royce Ghost. And down here, you have your air conditioning or climate control. This is how you choose the fan speed. It has soft, medium, high, and max. Let me turn it off right now. And this is how you control the temperature. It is using these dials, a very classic Rolls-Royce thing. Down here, you have your iDrive system dial, and these are the buttons to close the door automatically. And you have your various camera and parking sensor systems over here. You can also raise and lower the suspension by a little bit. The Rolls-Royce Ghost comes with an 8-speed automatic transmission, and it is still shifted with this old column shifter which was in the previous generation. I don't know why they still use it. You pull this thing down, you put the car into drive, you pull it up once, and you're neutral, and all the way up is reverse, and the backup camera comes on, which has the 360 camera system from BMW, which makes this car, which is wider and longer than the previous generation Rolls-Royce Ghost, easier to park. The leather seats inside the Rolls-Royce Ghost feels amazing. It's the most comfortable seats that I've ever sat in. And with the bespoke commission options, you have unlimited customizability of the color of the leather that you want to choose, the piping, the stitching, and everything. That's what Rolls-Royce is really unique for. And even these door handles, they feel really, really premium.
Now over to the side of the all-new 2021 Rolls-Royce Ghost. Since this car is in this magnificent metallic black color, you can clearly notice the white lines starting from near the hood till the tail lights, and it is called a coach line. This car has a double coach line in white color, and the fascinating thing is that these lines are hand painted by the Rolls-Royce workers in their factory in Goodwood, England.
You can also notice the 21-inch fully polished twin-spoke alloys just glistening. We still can't just get over the fact of how incredibly cool the rear hinged suicide doors of the Rolls-Royces are. It just amazes us every time. And just like in the front, the doors open really wide, but it's never an issue in the Rolls-Royce. The door close button placed near the rear quarter window is one of the best features in luxury cars ever. So it's finally time. I'm here in the rear seats of the 2021 Rolls-Royce Ghost. I shouldn't really call this rear seats. I'm better off calling it the rear lounge area or the rear business class seats because, man, this area is majestic. I wouldn't expect anything less from the all-new Ghost. Riding in the back seats of a Rolls-Royce is not a trip or a journey. It is an experience. It is like traveling in the first class of a reputed airliner. And there are only a few cars that can even come close to this level of luxury. Now, when you push this button, you get a beautiful wooden tray table, just like in a first class airliner. Now, let's do some stargazing. Now, over here, you have your dials and buttons for your climate control and buttons for heated and cool seats. And the carpet over here is really fluffy. Very subtle changes here in the rear end of the Rolls-Royce as well. We here have the new tail lights, which gives it a sharper look. Overall, it's a very distinct Rolls-Royce look. You have your exhaust tucked below the bumper. You can also opt for a chrome exhaust pipes if you feel that looks better. Now, let's pop the trunk. Soft, very soft carpeting here too. And that's the level of attention to details in a Rolls-Royce. You can't find anything cheap or undone. This car's trunk has 19 cubic feet of space.
The passenger seat of the Rolls-Royce Ghost is as luxurious as the driver's seat. And this is the latest thing in the brand new Rolls-Royce Ghost. This is not a display screen. Rolls-Royce engineers have lasered thousands of holes in here and put 150 LEDs in a way that it displays Ghost with a lot of stars around it. That is beautiful. They have taken the technology that's on the roof, the Starlight headliner, and put it here on the dashboard. Now over to the left side, you have an analog clock making the interior look extravagant. And this is how you control the amount of air coming out the vents of a Rolls-Royce. You pull it out and you push it in. And if you look up top here you have the button to turn on and off the Starlight headliner, and this is to brighten the headliner or to dim it. Speaking of storage, under this piano black wood veneer, you get 2 cup holders. Here you have your cigar lighter and an ashtray over here. If you pop this open, you have some storage inside there with a light for it. Beautiful. It's luxurious the way how all these close.